The night air was sharp, the kind that made every breath sting a little. City streets glistened under a recent drizzle, neon signs buzzing faintly in the distance. People rushed past, clutching coats tighter, eager to escape the cold. But Emma wasn't rushing anywhere. Her boots splashed quietly through shallow puddles as she hurried down the narrow sidewalk. She was tired, her hair pulled back in a messy bun after a long shift at the diner. All she wanted was a hot shower and the soft couch in her tiny apartment. Yet something ahead made her stop in her tracks. At the corner bus stop, under the dim glow of a street lamp, sat a little girl. Curled up, shivering, her knees pulled to her chest. Emma froze. A child alone at this hour. The girl's jacket was far too thin, her cheeks red from the cold. Beside her, slumped against the bench, was a man. His head bowed, one arm draped protectively around the child. He looked exhausted, dark hair plastered with drizzle, his clothes damp and worn. Emma's heart clenched. She hesitated for only a moment before rushing closer. "Hi," she said softly, crouching so she wouldn't frighten the girl. "Hi, sweetheart. Are you okay?" The child blinked up with wide, glassy eyes. Emma offered a gentle smile. "My name's Emma. What's yours?" "Mia," the girl whispered. Emma's heart twisted. She couldn't have been more than 6. "Hi, Mia," Emma said warmly. Then she glanced at the man slumped beside her. His lips moved faintly, as though he wanted to speak but didn't have the strength. His face was pale, drawn, yet beneath the exhaustion something about him seemed familiar. Emma quickly shrugged off her scarf and wrapped it around Mia. "Let's get you warm, okay?" The words came out instinctively, like her heart spoke before her mind. Mia clutched the scarf tightly, her small hands trembling. Emma leaned toward the man. "Sir, are you all right?" His eyes flickered open, dark, tired, startlingly intense. "We're fine," he rasped. Emma frowned. "No, you're not. The buses had stopped running long ago. No cabs lingered in this part of town. Whoever this man and his daughter were, they were stranded." "My apartment's just a block away," Emma said quickly. "It's small, but it's warm. Why don't you both come with me for the night?" The man shook his head weakly. "We don't want to trouble you." "It's not trouble," Emma insisted. "She needs warmth. And you do too." He hesitated. Pride warred with exhaustion. But Mia tugged at his sleeve and whispered, "Daddy, please." "That did it?" He nodded faintly. Emma reached out a hand to Mia, who slid off the bench and took it timidly. The man rose, swaying, and Emma steadied him by the arm. His hand was calloused, warm despite the cold. A strange flutter stirred in her chest, but she ignored it. Together, they walked to her apartment building, a modest brick structure tucked between a laundromat and a closed bakery. Inside, the air smelled faintly of old wood and detergent, but it was warm. Emma guided them upstairs and unlocked her door. The apartment was tiny: one couch, a small kitchen, stacks of books, but it was hers. Mia's eyes widened as she stepped inside. To Emma, it was nothing special. To a child who'd been shivering at a bus stop, it must have felt like heaven. Emma turned the heater up, fetched blankets, and wrapped one around Mia. The girl curled into it like a kitten. "You too," Emma told the man, handing him another blanket. He shook his head. "I'll be fine." Emma crossed her arms. "You don't look fine. Sit." For a moment, it seemed he might resist. But then his lips twitched faintly, almost a smile, and he sank onto the couch. "Thank you." Emma studied him under the warm light. He looked worn down, but there was a sharpness in his features. Strength. Something about him didn't quite match the picture of a man down on his luck. But she didn't ask. Not yet. Instead, she busied herself with soup and bread. Mia beamed when Emma set bowls in front of them. "It's good," she chirped after her first spoonful. Emma laughed. "I'm glad." For a while, they ate in silence. The clink of spoons, the hum of the heater. Finally, Emma asked gently, "Do you mind me asking what happened, why you were out there so late?" The man's jaw tightened. "We just missed the bus. All of them for hours." He didn't answer. Emma didn't push. She could tell he wasn't ready. But curiosity burned. She smiled at Mia instead. "Do you go to school around here?" Mia nodded sleepily. "First grade. My teacher says I'm good at reading." "That's wonderful," Emma said warmly. "Reading takes you everywhere." Within minutes, Mia's eyelids drooped. Emma tucked her into her bed, insisting, "She can take the room. I'll sleep on the couch." The man protested weakly, but Emma cut him off. "She's a child. She needs rest." When Emma returned, he was standing by the window, staring out. "You don't have to stand guard," Emma told him softly. "I'm fine." "You keep saying that," Emma murmured. "But anyone can see you're exhausted." He finally sank into a chair. For the first time since meeting him, the silence wasn't tense. "Why did you do this?" he asked at last. "Bring us here." "Because you needed help. Most people would have walked past." Emma's throat tightened. She stared at her hands. "Maybe. But I couldn't. Not when I saw her shivering." His gaze sharpened. "What do you mean?" Emma hesitated, then said softly, "I know what it's like to need kindness. And how much it matters when someone gives it." His expression shifted like something cracked in a wall he'd built too high. "I don't deserve this kindness," he murmured. "Why not?" "Because I should have been able to take care of her. Without depending on a stranger." Emma leaned closer. "Every parent needs help sometimes. It doesn't make you less. It makes you human." Their eyes held. Something fragile flickered between them. Finally, he whispered, "Daniel." "My name's Daniel." Emma smiled faintly. "Well, Daniel, welcome to my glamorous apartment." For the first time, he chuckled. Low, warm, surprising. And Emma realized this was only the beginning. Dash dash. Days slipped into a fragile routine. Daniel and Mia didn't leave as Emma expected. Instead, the three of them built a quiet rhythm. Mia drew lines on the floor, Daniel folded laundry with meticulous precision, Emma brought home groceries. It wasn't easy. But laughter filled corners once silent. At night, when Mia slept, Daniel would sit by the window. Emma often joined him. Slowly, pieces of him surfaced: his guilt, his fear of failing as a father. Emma reassured him again and again, she doesn't see failure. She sees her dad. Still, Daniel kept walls up. Hints slipped through. He explained complex math to Mia with ease. He negotiated with Emma's landlord like a seasoned professional. He carried himself with quiet authority Emma couldn't ignore. One evening, Emma overheard him on the phone. His voice was sharp, commanding. Delay the acquisition until the board meets. I'll handle investors personally. Emma froze. When he saw her, silence hung heavy. Finally, she whispered, "Who are you?" His shoulders sagged. "You deserve the truth." He told her then. His real name, Daniel Carter. CEO of Carter and Wells. A company everyone in the city knew. Emma's breath caught. "You're him." Daniel nodded grimly. "My wife passed away 2 years ago. Since then I buried myself in work, thinking if I kept the company alive, I'd be enough. But I wasn't there for Mia. Not really. Last week, I walked out. I needed to remember who I was to her. Not a CEO. Just a dad." Emma's chest ached. She thought of Mia, shivering. Daniel, exhausted. It all made sense. "And then you found us," Daniel whispered. "You gave us warmth when I had nothing left." Emma reached for his hand. "I don't care about the CEO. I care about the father who makes her laugh. That's the man I see." His fingers tightened around hers. Dash dash. Soon, headlines screamed about the missing CEO. Suited men came to Emma's door. Daniel couldn't hide forever. One evening, suitcase in hand, he told her quietly, "I have to go back. I can't run forever." Emma nodded, heart heavy. "I know. I don't know how to thank you," Daniel said softly. "For seeing us. For reminding me what matters." Emma swallowed hard. "Just, don't forget." He leaned forward, pressed a gentle kiss to her forehead, and left. The apartment felt unbearably quiet. Dash dash. Weeks passed. Emma returned to her routine late shifts, silent nights. Yet she missed them more than she wanted to admit. Then, one crisp afternoon, a black car pulled up by her building. A man in a suit stepped out and handed her an envelope. Inside was a note, handwritten. "Emma, you once said strangers don't stay strangers for long. You were right. You're no stranger to me anymore. Mia asks for you every day. And if you're willing, we'd like you to come see us. Not at Carter and Wells. Not in a boardroom. Just at home with us." Daniel. Emma's breath caught. The car door opened. Mia's face peeked out, eyes wide with joy. "Emma!" she squealed. And there he was, Daniel. Standing tall, no longer broken, but with the same warmth in his eyes. Emma ran forward. Mia leapt into her arms. Emma laughed through tears. "Hi, Emma. Let's get you warm, okay?" Mia giggled. Daniel's quiet laugh joined hers. And for the first time, Emma knew she wasn't just helping someone survive. She was helping them live. Dash.